Hi everyone, I hope you're good guys and welcome for a new video. So today we're gonna talk about this kind of very aggressive synth. Basically I was working on a video to make kind of techno like Ghost in the Machine, and so here is the project. And when I was doing that, basically to recreate one of the kind of sound, I found an interesting pattern, like an interesting combination of effect, which was kind of very flexible. And I say, okay, why not, let's make a rack and make a video just for this kind of sound. So that's why I create this Ableton Synth rack, which is kind of similar to my Scream Synth rack. It's work a bit different, so I'm just gonna show you, just not in the track first, how they sound. Just one thing before to start the video, bring the volume down, because I don't know if you're familiar with Ghost in the Machine, but their sound is like over compressed, everything is super loud, and the project is super loud as well. I even have something on my master which I usually don't, so just be careful. And yeah, let's listen how the rack is working. So you get this kind of heavy distorted kind of sound, kind of little bit like, not dubstep, but you know, this kind of glitchy dubstep, yeah, sound. And the whole project, so if you like this, I will explain this whole session and everything in the Wednesday video. And in the context, it sounds like this. So just be careful your speakers. Can be very nice as well. Just before a drop, like this one. Alright. So let's dig into the rack. So if you like the project, if you wanna know how I made the kick and stuff like that, it's Wednesday video, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And today we're gonna talk about this rack especially. The principle is kind of the same than the Scream Synth. I'm gonna use wavetable. I'm gonna group it. And what I need is a control over the filter and a very resonant filter, so around 100 and 102. And this I'm gonna map to macro 2 as well. And so one is more like, this one is a little bit different obviously than the Scream Synth, because you have a bit more modulation, and this one is color, if I remember well. I'm just gonna add a bit of drive as usual. Okay, so far nothing special. I'm just gonna reduce the release, bring a bit the sustain, and what I want a bit of movement on my filter, so I will go to the matrix, I click on frequency, and I apply. Yeah, that's kind of acid vibe. And the reason why I need this kind of very resonant accentuated is because then after, when you put distortion, it gave this very nice tone. So first I need to make the thing super loud, so I'm gonna use my Ableton rack. If you're not familiar with it, I will put the link in the description. Just mixing, maybe I'm gonna. Here again, it's like the sound is gonna be super compressed, super squashed, but that's the point. So don't judge me for that. And one thing before to continue, I'm just gonna add a bit of reverb to make it less dry, and a limiter, because the next two things I'm gonna add kind of can get things very messy. So the first things is gonna be saturator. So saturator, I'm gonna go in Sinus 4, and I really wanna bring the drive there, because you see, I really want this nasty distortion, this kind of weird distortion, and then I can play with the color and get different kind of vibes. Kind of bassy, but you're gonna see after when I control. Let me bring the depth up. with the frequency, you get different kind of vibes, and you can already almost stop there and kind of add a weird scent, have a weird scent. But what can be cool is automate and add LFO, and basically just mapping the frequencies to that. So obviously you don't want to be moving that much, maybe around there, but that is just personal. Actually, you can adjust how you want. I'm gonna put the rate in sync. So you see where I'm going. And so that I'm gonna map to the rack as well. So here the depth, here the macro. I may have done the other way around, but LFO amount and LFO rate. So already I've got I can get already pretty nasty sound, but I'm gonna go even further. And for this kind of techno, you can hear, like, I use it as well for the kick. You will see in the video. What is good to use is Redux, so just drop that after here. And so now is the moment where you really start to need to be careful with your speaker and stuff like that, because when I'm gonna bring this down, it's gonna start to get crazy. So I'm maybe gonna bring down with that, and yeah, let's start to bring down. And what I like is as well is you have this glitch after, which is kind of nice because it's extra glitch and it adds character to your sound. Obviously, if you don't want that, you might be able to just get a gate and cut this. And I'm gonna go to 1, and then yeah, and then we have pretty much. And then after, according to the note you play and how you move the filter as well, how you move the LFO, you can get different kind of tone. So basically what I've done after, I just add a high pass filter because you might don't want all the low frequency. So I've just done like this. And here you can and I add. So this is probably some of my favorite device. Frequency shifter that you can use as well in the ring modulation mode. And that is something I really like because it's always adding an extra flavor to your sound, and it can quickly change and get crazy things. So up, and I need to assign as well the on and off, because otherwise it will make it sound weird. So that's why here I have the frequency shifter, and here I have my ring mode. So then when I go to map, here you see it's the device on off. I put 1. Oh, sorry, I put 1 and 1. That way when it's at the minimum, it's deactivated, and when I turn it on, it's activated. And well, actually this one doesn't really matter because it doesn't affect the sound. Then you have to be careful, but you can change. Gonna bring down the volume maybe a little bit because it's actually, I could have used this one as well. But yeah, if you want, that's pretty nasty kind of sound. And then after, I just map the reverb to the macro 8. And that way you have this rack, and yeah, you can really play, and you can even automate things. I use I put a LFO to make manual automation, but you can obviously play with the filter and automate things the way you want. So yeah, for example, well, here the session is pretty charged already. There is a lot of it can be hard to add this low stuff, but I'm gonna find a space somewhere. Let's try to find maybe here. Yeah, I just pressed record. I was a bit late, and I'm just putting it here like this, up, and then it's gonna be integrated. Alright, and now you got crazy sound that you can play with. You can obviously try to play melody, kind of melody, if we can say so, but yeah, it's kind of up and down. Yeah, if you want a crazy sound like this, that's just perfect for you. And yeah, so remember the important thing, because I use wavetable, but you can use more or less everything. The important things was really the saturator and play with color mode. Synth is working well. Crank up the drive, synth mode, and then play with bass and depth, and play with the frequency. You can add the LFO and then reduce as well. If you are really into this kind of oversaturated kind of sound, bit reduction is what you need. Alright, I hope you like it, guys. The rack is available for free in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe before to download it, and I hope to see you Wednesday for the explanation of the whole process. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you soon. Bye bye.